Welcome to Tatum Talk. Today we are talking about intentions and 3 reasons you need to get your shit together for 2022. Okay, reason number 1, personal growth, right? You don't want to look back a year back from where we are today. So it's February 2nd, 2022. That means you should be able to look back to February 1st or 2nd, 2021, a year ago, and you should be able to see that you've progressed, that you've accomplished some of the goals you had, that you've grown, that you've learned some new things. You should not be in the same place right now as you was a year ago. A quick snapshot at my personal growth over the last year. I had a lot of growth in 2021, y'all.
I won't make it easy for you now. You got 2 minutes of my time, and I don't really break too easily, but I'm worth it, 'cause I'll slip into your dreams tonight. Oh, so give me your all. I'll take it to Mars. Oh, I'll stick like glue inside your mind. Just watch me break it. You're sweet. You're falling into me, touch me. I swear you would do anything that I want. So keep us awake till the dawn.
Okay, for number 2, I'm gonna say the second reason is because preparation meets opportunity. I'm gonna show you what I mean. Now, one of the things I want to be intentional about in 2022 is relaunching a handbag line, because I did this. It was semi-successful, but it was pre-Instagram when I did it. And now what's different is I could use Instagram for free marketing, and also I have good credit now, so I'll be able to get business credit to help me grow faster. When I did it before, my credit was horrible. I was trying to fund it all just from my paychecks from working at my job at this law firm. So now things are in a better position. I feel like I'll be able to get further. So that's one of my intentions for this year. But let me show you what I mean by preparation meets opportunity, okay? Here's the opportunity that I had. This book was published in 2009 by Random House. And the author is, I don't know if it's upside down or if you could see it, but it's Eric Daman. So he works on the show Gossip Girl, right? Now, I did not set out to make a handbag to get published in this book. At the time I decided I wanted to make handbags, there was no Gossip Girl on the air yet. And I had never heard of Eric Daman. So this came after, as a result of me just getting started, right? How I got started, I do not draw. I'm a creative as far as I could design stuff, like I could come up with stuff in my head. But as far as getting it out, on paper, as far as bringing it to fruition, I didn't know how that was going to happen because I don't draw, and because I had not been to design school either. I just somehow knew that I wanted to try this, right? I was unemployed at the time, and I said, I want to make a handbag. So first I got oak tag, and I tried to construct the oak tag into a shape of what I thought a bag would be that I would like, and what I saw in my mind rather. And then I said, let me go look at some magazines and let me pull out things that I like. I like this handle, I like these pockets, I like these zippers. So I tried to put this stuff out in picture form. And then I said, okay, I need to find someone who can make it. So I went about that task, and I said, let me go take a class or 2. So I went to FIT, the Fashion Institute of Technology, and I signed up for the night class for continuing education, right? I signed up. As I was in line waiting to register, there was a girl right in front of me or behind me. Me and her got into conversation. It turns out she knew, her name was Michelle Bakir or Monica Bakir, I forgot. But anyway, At the time, the Bakia bag was the it bag. The it bag. It was in all the stores. It was in Bloomingdale's. It was in all the magazines. The models were wearing it. It was the it bag, and it was selling off the shelf. Everybody wanted a Bakia bag. So what she told me was, this girl was a photographer. She was not a handbag designer. She was in the garment district, and she was walking up and down, where everything is available to you. She saw, different ideas and things she could do to tweak a bag that she already liked, right? So she designed her bag pretty much about the same way I was about to design mine, just from pulling different ideas from here and there and then getting somebody to reproduce it. So that's what she did. The only difference is, because she was a photographer already, she had connections to magazines, and she was able to get her bag photographed and used in these magazines. She was able to submit it into the photo shoots to be shot on the models, and that's how she was able to gain recognition really fast. So once this girl told me this story, it gave me so much confidence that I could do the same thing. So I'm in the right place at the right time. I'm signing up to take this class. I wound up taking 2 classes at FIT. Not because I planned on doing it myself. I don't believe that you should learn something to go through all the steps and do it yourself when it's going to take you a very long time to get professional at it. I believe you should hire someone that already does these things, somebody who already has the skill set, because that person is going to be able to do it so much faster than you. That's what they do, and they're going to be able to produce it. It's going to look at a professional level. So that's what I wanted, but I needed to learn the skill set, right? I needed to know the steps. I needed to understand the lingo used in the industry, because when I hire somebody, I need to know what I'm looking for. I need to understand, who I'm hiring, and make them understand what I mean. So when they say grommets, I need to know what a grommet is. When I'm trying to explain the type of stitching that I want, or the lining, I need to be able to convey those things and without wasting their time. And when he tells me what I need to be buying, and when I go to the garment district, I need to know the words and the right stores that I need to go to that sell these particular trimmings and things, so that I can find it, ask for it, buy it, and get it to the manufacturer in a timely fashion. So I went to take the course at FIT, and that's where I met other people that were more skilled than me. And I met this woman there who drew for me. So I was able to sit with her, pay her by the hour, and have her sketch what I saw in my head. And then from that, I took it to someone else and paid them to make a pattern. And the same guy that made the pattern, he had his own factory. He would then make the bag for me, a sample. And he would do small production, so I could afford to pay for either between 1 and 5 of them to be made. So after he made a sample, I would okay it, and then he would, make the actual product for me. So I was able to then show my stuff around. I was able to get it on the runway. Here's some pictures of that. This is a fashion show in Brooklyn, under the Brooklyn Bridge. This is my bag. This is my bag also. This is my bag. And the same girl, this is her. This is her from the back. I was able to get it in some stores on consignment and have it sell at a $500 price point, and then split it with that store, $250 for them, $250 for me. I was able to I would get inspiration from everywhere. So I was in a store, design store, a furniture store, and I saw this pillow, and it gave me inspiration for a handbag. So then I bought the pillow so I could then take it to the guy that made my bags, and this is the bag he came up with based off of that pillow. Here it is on the runway. Okay, I say all this to say, all you need is you don't have to have the know-how. You can figure it out as you go. Like sometimes we don't get started because all we want to do is think about stuff in our mind, and we want to figure out stuff. It's okay to Google stuff and gather all the information you can gather, but at some point you just got to get started. Because see, when Gossip Girl came out, I said to myself, I want my bags to be on the show. I want them to carry my handbags on the show. But I called the production company at the time they were filming. And for some of you who don't know, the younger generation, I'm not talking about the Gossip Girl that's out now. This is the second version, a reboot. The first Gossip Girl was probably on TV around, I don't know, 2010, 2008 maybe? I don't remember. But anyway, the first version is the one I'm talking about. They were filming that in Queens. I lived in Brooklyn. I called the production department and told them, I have these handbags. I'm a designer. What's the process to see can they be on the show? They said, pack it up, ship it over here to us, and we'll see if we could use it. So I watched the show religiously, and now I was glued to the TV even more because I wanted to see if they used my bags or not. They never did. At the end of the season, they called and they said, okay, we couldn't fit it in one of the scenes. However, Eric liked one of your bags so much that he published it in the book that he's coming out with. And it's going to be in the book, and I will let you know when it's going to come out. So the book came out. He put it in here. Let me find the page. Here it is. He put it in here. And then I met him at a book signing and he signed it for me. So it just goes to show, if you never get started, you will never meet your opportunities. Preparation meets opportunity. You don't know what those opportunities are, therefore you don't know what you're missing out on. But if you don't get started, you will never know. So for those of you out there who are creative, talented in any kind of way, cooking, whatever it is, you've been wanting to start a YouTube channel, you've been wanting to write a book, you've been wanting to do whatever it is, speaking engagements, I need you to do that, okay? I need you to get started so that your opportunities can come to you. And you ain't got to worry about the how. I didn't know all of this was going to happen. How is not important. That's not for you to figure out. Let him figure that part out. You just do the work. Just get started, because this is how I see it, right? The universe needs to know which direction are you going in. Because as soon as you decide, as soon as you figure it out, the path that you're going to take, I promise you, things are going to start coming your way.
Yeah, that's the same way I feel. That's what I've been trying to tell everybody.
The universe is going to be like, oh, now I see what you're doing. So I'm going to give you more of that. Okay, so now when you go online, all the ads you see, all the links, all the sites that you wind up on are going to be geared to you. They're going to be information that's going to help you get further on your path. And the people that you meet are now going to be aligned with what it is you want to do so that they can take you further. You just need to be the one deciding where you want to go. You are in your own way. Just figure out what it is you want to do. Be intentional about it, because you got to be walking the walk in order for stuff to come to you. In order for like the law of attraction to happen, for you to attract more of what you're putting out, you got to be doing it. See, I got started. I was doing it. I was going to a garment district. I was picking out leathers. I was finding manufacturers. I took the course so that I could learn the language of the industry. I met people, like-minded people that was taking the class also, so that this way they could take me further. They were all more talented than me because they could draw and they could sew. To this day, I don't sew anything. I had to do it for the class because I had to actually construct my own bag with my own two hands. It came out okay, but it's not great because that's not what I do. I just want to know how to do it so I can hire the people that's what they do. Let them do what they do, and I'll just continue being the creative one. So I just want y'all to get the inspiration to do what it is you do. Everybody was put here for a purpose. We all have a gift. We all got a gift. Figure out what your gift is and hone it. Because as soon as you figure that out, things will get easier for you. And so this brings me to number 3. The third reason you need to get your shit together this year is because the world is changing so fast around us. Get your opportunities coming to you, because preparation means opportunity, and when you get your opportunities, they create money, and money creates options. The more options you have, the easier life is. You need those options because all around us, our free will is being slowly taken away. You gotta make it to the point where you don't have to depend on a job. Jobs are not secure these days. You need multiple streams of income. Otherwise, you're threatened. I feel like you're threatened if you just have a job. So I want you to create opportunities so you can have options. And that's why you need to get your stuff together this year. If you haven't started already, it's time to go. It's go time. This picture right here is a young lady that saw my bag. This is my bag that I designed that she's wearing. I was in Vegas at the magic show. And for those of you who don't know, the magic show is just like a fashion convention that happens every year in Vegas.
Magic fuels the retail industry with new and exciting brands.
Buyers come there to meet designers, and people go there to, have buyers see their stuff and get picked up to be in their stores. She saw my bag and fell in love. She was a stylist. She was from Atlanta. She was carrying a Louis bag. She dumped everything out her Louis bag. She bought my bag. I think I might have sold it for like $250. She was glad to pay for it on the spot, and she put everything in that bag. And every time I saw her after that, the convention lasts for like 4 or 5 days. I ran into her a couple of times, and she was always wearing the bag. I felt so good. And so that was just one of the experiences that I had. Again, do what it is you want to do, because you have no idea the opportunities that are waiting for you if you just get to it. There's a lot of information coming at us every day, right? There's so much going on in the world. Don't you feel like you got to catch up? Because every other week you're hearing about something else that you need to learn about. There's NFTs. People are making money in the metaverse as we speak. And I don't really understand how it happens. But for example, there's a guy, he has a virtual gas station in the metaverse. He's already making $15,000, $16,000 a month. I don't understand how it works, but I feel like I need to catch up. Like I got some learning to do. But you can't learn everything, right? So figure out what your lane is and then just be intentional about that. So this year, my intention is to learn the Forex trading and also to relaunch a handbag line. That's all I got. Good talk.